That is a classic on the CT side, but also a classic for that man in particular. Big fan of that. And it looks like a bit of an A pressure, a shot through the smoke to kick things off.
Rolf, beautiful initial shot with the Glock to find some space. Forrester will at least find two of Hype and Bob. This B site is now the one left exposed. Branson has absolutely no armor to speak of, so the aim punch is a bit problematic. The dualies can just chip him down, and DEKO will do the rest. A double with the USP.
Lob some utility over and see what they can do. Taking the mid control as we speak.
Going for a bit of aggression, and I do like this initial pace. We have Boomich, talk aggression, ensuring that our good old prospect shouldn't be able to find that. Actually, that the bomb control has been lost. He is aware of this. He is able to get the dink down to 26. Everyone just likes huddling around the fire in mid. I don't know what it is. And there's always some CT that chucks an aid and gets massive amounts of damage. Although I'll put a hold on that thought as Spook just wallbang spams down Travis. These two players are rotating through mid on alert, and he'll just walk right into Bob. And with Spook
injected straight into Prospect's veins. Bob XD running and gunning with the MP9, despite getting naded down earlier, will indeed go down. Travis somehow 2-3 frags with the 5-7. Okay, well, maybe we can just have the force buy wars all game long. How does that sound?
Few moments. This is getting absolutely wild as DEKO finds a clean headshot. A good molly to try to help stall further, but DEKO will not respect the molly. In fact, no one will respect the molly as Franson does his best to delay Forster with the pre-fire, and he will mollies are thrown mid. They're just able to get so much free control. There's the desire to try to do something to contest it, find the right timing. That's exactly what Nickelback will do, to be able to take out Bob and have some control towards red. Be able to jump peek toward the information stall. Hype will follow up. Beautiful spam though from Spook. Able to read Boomich's position, trying to hold in that cavern with that MP9. Gets shut down as Branson finds his second. Hype difficult position, unable to land the op shot, but that's okay because this A site has been secured, and all Branson has to do is make sure to maintain it. And they can just
Inbox дарит всем бесплатный бокс. Ежедневные бесплатные кейсы и скины, лучшие контракты и многое другое. Промокод в описании.
Really lurk around the map. You can see prospects just taking their time, lurking the whole way through, everywhere around the map. DEKO's been able to find one, but the damage has been done. Surprise. That's going to leave it all the more fun as we have this early contact. Or at least should towards the cavern, suddenly smoked off last second. It gets canceled. Instead, the contacts towards A. Forster able to smoke off in an amazing deagle shot. It begins. DEKO's time to shine next. Unable to ring a shot off, but that's okay because Forster keeps it up with a second, and Boomich leaves it now a 2-on-5, and it looks like prospects will be denied one. And being able to rotate just through the lane. Wise move to peek. Amazing headshot from Rolf, and now they're suddenly back into this round. They do have an opening to potentially get into this B site. Travis will be able to rotate past it. Forster going for the spam, unable to connect the shots. Good awareness from Hype to scope in, but Travis is able to get a double with the AK.
That looks so much better for 1 minute. They just calm themselves just ever so slightly. But hey, speaking of calm, Nickelback is just going to tell them to look at this photograph. These blind players on the B-bomb site can hold. Wait for prospects to walk into their crosshairs. Some pretty good utility still left to scavenge. It actually displaces Boomich forward, but he's actually got the shadow advantage in that situation. So he's okay with that one. Even thoughts out where Hype is can now relay that information over. And indeed, Nickelback is coming over. Not even needed. Travis will get him through the smoke.
Continue with a good bit of the trouble.
Trouble's a good word for this one, man. 6 to 6, but it has not looked sensible at all. And yeah, a huge damage out of the HE. You only see 2 frags hit the deck for 1 win, but it's way more than that, man. There's walking wounded all over the place. Rolf's the only healthy player.
Spring on through. It's a nice trade from Bob. They will have a shot in this, but it'll be up to Rolf to find one with, of course, the D. Be able to catch up a little bit of a surprise on one as the jump peak goes through, but he should have no reason to expect the second player
a little bit more awkward. But the smoke actually extinguishes the fire, and look at this push from DEKO. He's able to confirm not just one, but 3 players' positionings, and getting the smoke down actually lets him do even more damage. Forrester's in the back with the AUG. I think he's been spotted by Franson. It is going to be an A take, but Nickelback has already rotated over, finishing off the wounded, and Franson has it all to do. He's got it Rolf on his back, but no bomb plant going down, and time is ticking.
Yeah, 20 seconds left, able to get that contact, and Boomich holds strong, sprays them both directly through the box.
To write home about it. It's going to be another A hit, or at least a lean. And Bob XD, this fight against Nickelback is all to do. It's all about timing, and he doesn't actually benefit from it. Nickelback will find exactly the right moment to strike, and it's just 4 people trying to trickle out A main. I don't think this is going to go very well.
Yeah, it's not panning out very well. Getting this success on the A site is very difficult, and even when you do, the ease of ability to go for a retake is so grand, and those last stray bullets from Nickelback helps Travis tag down Franson and remove him. Rolf will do his quickly on this first map, as they will get a pretty open B bomb site, able to secure it, and this deep CT smoke allows them to go for the back site control and completely isolate Rolf that they have no idea is there as he's just hiding through the smoke. It's a beautiful play, but he misses the shots. Boomich takes him down.
This is crazy play coming out of Prospects. Rolf knew exactly what he needed to do. He read it like a book, but at the end of the day, it matters a lot more where your mouse is, and his was not on target. It will be a 3-on-2. Still technically doable, but it needs to happen now, and the frags do not go the way of Prospects. Double digits for 1 win as they win.
Spies a lot more effectively. That doesn't turn out to be the case. Forcer, a bold, creative move, just pushing through the long smoke, leaves 2 players left completely in the open, unprepared for the rush through, and they'll be able to quickly get that bomb down. A very bold
cut out for them, to say the least, if they want to come back into this game. They're not even being allowed to hold on to the advanced weaponry, the upgraded pistols. Nickelback will eventually go down after a labored MAC-10 spray forces him to reload, but great play coming out from them, and even though they lose a couple of players here and there, they are definitely managing the number of rounds.
As they will be stacked up, all 5 players here ready for a hit. If there's a round to win, this will be the one. This should be a must-win round, as Travis and Nickelback find doubles apiece. Absolutely no responses made until the last second, and it's Bob only.
Forster with the Hero Galil spray just a few rounds ago. The creative moves to work through the utility, get his people out of donut. And at this point, he's so deep. Even though they lost the initial trade, they also lost track of him. So Forrester able to actually cause more chaos. Now Bob XD falls to Boomich's Galil. It's another round, it looks like, for 1 win. At the very least, it'll be a very littered retake. Oh, not even that. Look at that. A smoke spam will seal the deal.
Possibility they might be tempted for this retake, but it would cost them everything if it falters. Creeping on through, and Boomich has the close angle, perfectly jiggle peeking to ensure that he doesn't get pre-fired with the headshot. Able to hold on to it, peeking for more, and Spook at this point is now forced to back away, surrender the round, allow 1 win to get their 13th. They look to absolutely dominate Prospects, denying anything from being saved. We will have the half armor and pistols to keep things interesting. Who knows? I think things are always going to be swinging back and forth, being kept unpredictable, as Rolf is able to find a nice opening, but the immediate trade B site controls lost. Spook does at least have the B hulls, but being able to trade 1 for 1 each is not the situation you want, especially when you're up against 14-6. You want to find rounds and you want to find them clean to build up money. Absolutely no space to work with. Double mollies to follow up. Bob has no way to find space. He's completely blind and denied from the round. DEKO to follow up on Spook, and Hype has nothing to do but to surrender the AWP.
I feel so bad to be shut out of the round like this, man. You look at that actual B site take, you think maybe there could be some way that we can retake. We got some utility, we're putting it all in the right places, but just not hitting the shots, getting surprised by the timings, and it's those really minute details that maybe indicate Prospects just... Deposit bonus is not going to cut it for Prospects, unfortunately, but I'm sure they'd still like to have it. At this point, Bob XC just doing his best to jiggle out. The classic move we see from the A anchor, but it's not going to be enough in this case. And Forrester will indeed clothesline him on his way out. Flashbang be damned. Forcing the rotations, this is where things get hairy. Is it actually going to be the clean conversion? Not a single T round dropped from one win. That could be the case, but they're going to be measured. They're going to be responsible. We'll get flashed off, and oh, it's held by Nickelback, so not even able to capitalize on that. Good
side, but otherwise everyone is stacked up and prepped. Setting on through. Rolf will be ready for that contact, able to get one. Spook immediately with that trade, but trading will not be enough as it's still a man advantage for one win. But a rare miss from DEKO is going to leave things a little bit more awkward, and he's prepared to take the duel with the dualies. There's 1v2, but he realizes last second that he's out of time, has to back away. The prospects will stay alive in this first map, at least for now.
Okay, they put one CT round. One win living up to their name. That's literally all they need to take us to Mirage with Ancient taken care of. They're trying to wrap things up, but they might be making a dog's meal out of it. A dog's dinner. I could go for some dinner, actually. Maybe we'll do some of that later on. Ask Boom what his favorite dinner is after he wins this series out, should that happen.
Oh.
He's actually winning the duel at the very least, so that's an impactful moment. He claims the site for one win. They're desperate on the prospect side, pushing through smokes, trying their best to throw some wrenches into the works. It's not going to happen.
Falling under the pressure, and now the utility can come in. The advantage with that bomb site secured. Boom, it's just taking it all away with the spam. It doesn't entirely all pan out in their favor, but that doesn't matter. The man advantage is twice that, and the last remaining player of Bob has been taken out by a nice op shot from DEKO.
One win versus prospects, one win up a map on the T side start, and look at this. Gunning straight for a B rush where only two players are going to be immediately available. Well, maybe not even that much of a rush. They're being a bit more labored with it, and Nickelback will get the first frag.
Good awareness to understand that more modern boost to be able to rush in and go for that apartment's control could come into play, and to be able to function so well in spite of it. Bob trying to fight for space in the apps and gets completely shut down. Travis and Nickelback will take out the last remaining players, and it leaves us with one win able to...
Yeah. I think what must have happened is Travis was at top of mid and like fired a shot and immediately left it. Just that's sometimes they can be superhuman quick.
Indeed, and being superhuman, Travis landing a beautiful headshot onto Spook. Won't be able to find that initial pick. Hype instead will be able to at least get a trade, and now the defense starting to swarm around these connections.
Damage
forward to side. Beautiful. Travis almost getting the double. A little bit of a whiff on Rolf, but that's okay because Boomich is able to take Hype down and ensure that this is kept problematic. And Branson completely overlooks the underpass. So now Boomich has found more damage and closes it out. 3 with the Tech 9.
But prospects just weren't there, and look at those odds. You want to get in on this kind of betting action? I certainly wouldn't back prospects here, but it's some juicy returns, and it makes it even juicier if you use the promo code FREEDOM. Don't have to start from scratch, of course. Get that welcome bonus. Banners below for you to click on. Heads for prospects to click on, maybe. They're already down a player. And they only have some deagles to their own names. So a little bit of armor. This is a force, of course. What else would there be? Rolf is super deep in T-spawn, but he's been spotted out, so that ain't going nowhere. Now at 5-on-3.
Just perfect timing to unfortunately crossfire himself, and Spook can't land that shot to save his life. Feels like he just got CSGO 5 shots in a row. Bob will give him a bit of mercy and land the shot for him. But DEKO will take a bit of an individual play towards being able to clear out these pistols before any more damage is done. And Hype will be the last one be able to peck around.
I like the play out of one wins individuals. The probing around, looking for tendencies. The duels were always won by one win. And when you just know that that's going to happen, you're maybe down in the dumps a little bit. But it's early days still, and there will indeed be a USP stack. Answered back by nades. Nice damage. Just a few bullets separating all these players from a total destruction. I'll get one back, and that remembers prospects are alive.
Oh man, Hype's able to find one while completely blind. Travis with a quick double in response. Also taking out Franson is a bit of an issue, and they know Rolf's position. Travis is refusing to give the space, taking the duel and taking him down. Just wide swinging, dominating
And just a little bit of smattering of utility, give them a fighting chance. But at this point, they're going to rely on bad facing, and Forrester actually gives it to him. A little bit surprised, maybe saw ghosts in the Molotov.
Perhaps getting a little bit confused, but they will molly Franson out into the open, ensure that he is removed, and they do secure this B site in a safe fashion. Just immediately going for pre-fires every single time. They should go for these engagements, and even Boomich taking a bit of an individual lurk around. Not concerned too much about the space given, and now they have to worry about the flank too, so they just can't find any space to work with. Ropes tagged down to 5 HP, has to worry about players rushing him. Normally you're afraid about the Deagles, but instead it's the Deagles that are afraid. One win willing to push that weapon advantage as they close 6 in a row.
Successfully get a shot off onto anybody. Uh-oh, Hype. Do you know? Oh, no, he misses the shot. So Boomich has some ground here, and this is really dangerous for him to be in, but he will get traded eventually. As soon as I saw Franson's position on the map, you have to think, oh, he's probably a dead man just because of that shot. And Hype! Oh my goodness, he wasn't the one required. DEKO getting swatted out of the air, and Nickelback, his position is known. He's going to be earmarked for death, and at this point, it's a 2-on-3, certainly favoring prospects for Nickelback.
Travis will get that essential needed trade to respond, but you can see the immediate aggression. Rolf's getting curious towards the palace to see if anyone's there. Just having Hype anchor towards the catwalk, peeking towards mid, able to use that AWP to get a bit more well.
Yeah, Rolf is clearing this out now. I think because of the fact that he hasn't seen too much. This AWP should be enough.
Oh!
No, Travis hits the shot of a lifetime, clearing out Hype somehow, some way. And I think maybe one win will be able to take this one. There should be enough money for another buy after this, but
to the B site after in case. Just we're going to B. No, we're going to A. No, we're going to B.
Oh yeah.
Left completely unpredictable. I mean, there's a lot of positions to guess for, as Rolf hasn't given away any sound cue info. Good at being quiet. So could catch a timing here onto the first, but the timing could end up not favoring him. I believe he looked away as Travis peeked out, and if he didn't before, he certainly has now. And Travis will be able to take him down and secure one win, a 7th. We'll keep things rough, as, I mean, I'm sure prospects will go for the buy here, but it's going to be a sketchy one with multiple players at the mid-3K. Which has to feel nice, but on the other hand, it's all unconfirmed. They have no information of any of these connections that have been made. Nickelback's going for a rather quick play, pushing through his own molly of the connector. Bit of a creative move. Travis will be able to save Boomich and keep him alive, and they almost line up in the connector. I think a foot might have shown there that Boomich could have seen. But we'll just go for a bit more of a spray with the Galil for now. As the pace slows down, a lot of damage done to everyone on both sides.
Travis has really saved one win in so many different spots. His magical shot on Hype in the last round to give them a look into the 2-on-3, and then now we see this. It's just obviously the play from 4. Hold that thought, because he still isn't done. Flash bang him all you want, you just can't make it happen, and it'll now be a 2-on-2. Still alive, man. As long as Travis is still in this game, there's a chance. But okay, they make something happen with this mixed buy. It's yet another A hit by the looks of things, and they're actually able to get onto the site with minimal contact. Franson now taken down actually by the lesser weapon. Spook will get confirmation, and that will be calmed over to Rolf, but he's then traded out by Nickelback. They had no idea so many Ts were on the site already, and Travis, another frag with a Tech 9. Unbelievable stuff here. And okay, well, Bob can answer one back, but this is a 2-on-3. You guys should not be able to win this.
They have no info about the ramp. They have no idea this is in play. But then again, Nickelback in the sandwich position means even though Spooks finds the first, he's going to throw this smoke grenade and should be shut down immediately after. It's a nice off angle from Nickelback to find that trade, and Travis holding the connector will instantly lock him down, and one win will just barely edge out the half on this T side, and now they'll be switching over where they found far more success on this defense.
For one win, that it's going to have to be clean headshots or bust. At least that's what it feels like. And hey, look at that. We actually have ourselves a bit of a B hit. Ooh, and right out the window he goes, but he was dead before he hit the ground. It's now Travis to do the same thing, getting yet another mid-air headshot. Good for even more. This guy cannot be stopped. And outside of Market, Rolf is somehow able to do more than that. It has to be Travis, and of course it is. That is 4 frags in the pistol, and 1 win are incapable
Any moment at multiple different angles. They want to sandwich onto this A site to get that nest control, but they're just getting denied. So much patience. Nickelback waiting in jungle, able to just spray down Franson. And the late rotation to B is completely denied as they decide to go into Travis once again. Another double for him. He's ready to find more, but knowing it's Bob with that scout,
I was playing Counter-Strike 2 while we were still in Go. That's how advanced he is. All right, well, we do have an opening frag in favor of Prospects. This map is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Boomich, crafty with the MP9, is just good enough to spot 1. Might not even get confirmation that there's a second player there. But
DEKO can make this read, understands this A site's been lost. They could go for this retake if they dare. No bomb down just yet. DEKO able to find the first. Hack down to 22 is going to make it a lot more difficult.
Okay.
But Forcer's found another. And again, none of this damage is towards Travis. And he could start cooking up this clutch.
Still not really a crazy amount of utility here, but Travis, he's already been good for 1. Damage on another before traded. Here comes the HE. It doesn't look like it'll ring true, but Hype is just even weaker now for it. This 2-on-2 retake is on. 1 win looking for more. Forrester will get that frag, all but necessary, and Rolf, he needs this clutch and he'll have it. 8-11, just barely.
A quick boost towards this ladder room could cause a bit of trouble.
Oh,
and okay, DEKO, nice shot. Able to find
I think they didn't expect the
Bob.
AWP somehow. Like, the economy has been so good for 1 win because of all the rounds that they won in a row, but the AWP was not expected, and neither is Travis's position for his 31st frag. He takes down Spook, and it's all on to Nickelback to hold the site, but it should be easy pickings with so many angles Franson has to clear. Smoke at top connector if they think that there's actually an op in play. But here we go, testing Travis yet again. Not sure that that's reasonable, but there you go. Hype is down. It's all under Rolf. He's making the moves. He does actually bait out shot quite nicely, but Boomich will clean him up. Can't be turned on in time, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 12-8 in favor of
in
1.
the fight with Travis, that someone would peek through connector any moment, but the discipline, Boomich waits until there is hard dedication in that duel to ensure it goes through. Forrester, beautiful headshots with the AUG as 1 win look to continue building this lead. There's a rotation. Travis isn't even alone here, but it's not like he needs the help anyways as he gets a double.
Yet another look in. The Prospects do well to answer back there. Knocking on the door of double digits. And look at that. DEKO with just a hair, a slimmest little hair of Franson is able to take him out. That's such a tight, but Nickelback's not even facing the angle anymore. So, all right, Hype can take window control somewhat confidently. It's kind of telegraphed. Nickelback should be able to swing out here and get information of at least 1 player and smoke it out on top of it. This will not be the place to be. Now the CTs do have to watch out for Market. Travis, ooh, is finally taken out without being able to frag, and DEKO getting surprised on the other side. This should be in the 3-man save as Prospects get up to double digits, because this 3-on-4 retake, it's just a little bit too tall of an order when you only got 1 flashbang to your name.
Detail. And Forcer able to find this opening pick, but having to rely on Travis to get the success towards B. He will be mollied out of the bench, but just playing this mid-round perfectly, locking down with these rotations. DEKO opping down Spook. Hype will ensure that Travis doesn't find that success, but that's okay because Nickelback's found a little bit of a demon inside himself that's quickly shut out by Hype, but it'll be up to Forrester and DEKO to find their own success with the op in turn to ensure that this is left a 1v3, and it should be a 14th for the side of 1 win.
Eventually. Ramp. Not something you see too often on Mirage. That's just going to throw even more sort of spanners in the works. You have to be considering so many different options. Travis with a different angle. DEKO looking out for anybody who might want to do something outside of, anywhere. You could go underpass, you can go top mid, but it doesn't matter. Nickelback, he's even going to jump straight down as DEKO gets yet another frag, and Spook's position is revealed with Travis toying with him around. Does pay for it with his life. 3-on-2, but Prospects need a lot more heroics.
But again, still a man advantage, and everyone in Prospects was stacked up towards mid. They have the control, and one was just like, screw it, swing him, shut him down. And that's exactly what they do. Find just a perfect execute to retake mid, claim control, and the second that Rolf finds one, he has found himself.
Post on the A-bomb site despite being in a 2-on-1, and...
Oh no, he's planting open to him. Little does he know he could be exposed. Okay, I think he gave away a sound cue, gave a hint to spook, but it doesn't matter because they line up both of them. So Forrester's able to take him down, and it's all but guaranteed one win to find 15.
And there you have it. Forrester setup. Sometimes they've forward in B apps with at least one player, maybe two. Sometimes they're forward mid. This time it's Nickelback to greet people phasing through the smoke, maybe disrespect coming out of Prospects at the worst possible time. Now a 4-on-3, favored to take the map, favored to take the series. Looks like things may be going to expectation here.
Oh, and they still think he's maybe towards ticket booth. Unsure. They're going to go for the plant. This is going to be so easy to shoot him down if they wanted, but he will be able to get the bomb down, at least for now. Waiting until he backs out through the smoke. Rolf able to save his life, but both these players taking so much damage. But Branson is saving the day. DEKO's only at 16 health.
Suddenly got a lot hairier.
Oh my goodness, they might be able to stay alive.
I think might is too weak of a word to describe what just happened with Prospects. DEKO now should almost certainly get shot by Franson if he doesn't be very, very careful. And there it is.
They've had so many opportunities to close this out, and it would be even more insulting if this was the round they did it with. Going for a bit of the shoulder peek and able to bait that off shot out successfully. That's so scary to go for, and he willingly does it multiple times until the shot is fired.
I think when you're an opper and you don't actually hit somebody who's jiggle peeking you, baiting you, shoulder baiting you, if you actually do whiff the shot, even if it doesn't result in a death, even if it doesn't result in anything bad, you still feel a little bit aggrieved. You're like, hey man, I'm supposed to hit those. What the hell? That even something as simple as that can get in your head, especially if it's another opper doing it to you. So, keep that in mind. As the smoke fades, so too does DEKO. Dropped in connector by Bob.
Movement is about to be swarmed with the scout in play. He gets the info one, beautiful headshot, but he's going to have to find a lot more where that is, and he's not going to have the same space that he was able to find for that first. They have no idea. There's just all these players creeping up, point blank and close. They know now, but now they have to land the shots. Boomich able to find another of Hype, and Nickelback's found one in response. It's left to a 2v2. They're stalling, and Travis and Nickelback close it out 16-11 with two beautiful shots. They eco them.